biggest scams going around in the automotive world is all the fake performance chips out there. If you eBay or Google performance chip, you're going to see that there's an oversaturation on the market with all these fake chips. A lot of these companies claim outlandish numbers like add 60 horsepower to your car, get 10 miles per gallon better, tow better. It's crazy. And it's really sad that people fall for this. I could understand why people fall for these scams, you know, when you're starting off modding. You know, you just want to mod your car as much as you can, and a lot of times when you're starting off, you don't have much money, you know, especially when you're 16 years old and you got your first car, you know, you just want to put whatever you can on it. So these deals look enticing, you know, some of these chips are 20 bucks, some are like $70, some are really fancy, they have switches on them, and it might look legit to some people. What these chips are, the resistors that plug into your air intake temperature sensor. It fools your car into thinking it's cold all the time, so it increases timing. So you may see 5 extra horsepower, but for the most part your car's going to figure it out, your computer's going to figure it out, and everything will go back to normal. So you might gain an extra 5 horsepower or so temporarily. This particular eBay seller isn't hiding what he's selling. He's flat out selling a resistor, a little overpriced. You could get a resistor at Radio Shack for like 50 cents. This seller is somewhat honest, showing what he's actually selling, but the claims are still crazy. It's just ridiculous. A lot of these chip sellers, they get really ambitious and they build a freaking box around the resistor to make it look like a legit chip, but it's just a fancy resistor. It's just built around the resistor. This is what it looks like opened up. So just a big scam. You know, it's one of the biggest scams in the automotive world, and there's a lot out there. I just want to start off with this one because it's just so common. I want to pick up a tuner for my Cobra, and look at the price of an actual tuner. You know, almost 400 bucks. And it's going to add 20 to 30 horsepower. You know, it's not a $20 mod or a $70 mod. It actually costs money. And that's just the way it is, you know. There's that saying, you got to pay to play. You know, if you want horsepower, it's going to cost you money. You know, just look at it this way. If these simple $5 to $70 mods add 10 miles per gallon on your car, why doesn't every car manufacturer do it? You know, the 35, is it 35 or 40 miles per gallon? The whole mandate's coming in 2015. You would think that all car manufacturers would put these little chips in their cars to reach the mandate in 2015. So big scam. I just want to save you guys some money. Don't fall for it. If you got questions, feel free to ask. If you've had experience with them, you know, don't be ashamed. Don't be ashamed to say you fell for it. You know, that's life. In my younger days, I bought a Tornado for my Blazer. I'll make a video about that. You know, in my next video about mods you don't need, I'll talk about the Tornado next. You know, because that's a scam I fell for in my younger years. You know, I worked as a bagger when I was 16 years old, and you know, I had 70 bucks in my pocket, and I bought a damn Tornado and thought it'd add 40 horsepower to my car. You know, see, I could admit to things. I was young and dumb. So, everyone kick ass, be safe, take it easy, buckle up for safety, and be safe, everyone.